COVID-19 has brought our life and our children's life to a still. It has changed so many things in our life. Our children are locked up at home. They study from home. They learn from home. Online schooling. Well, that's a new norm. Online schooling is doing a wonderful job, but then it has its own limitations, isn't it? With that limited time, where it plays with technology, how much time do the schools have to pay attention to the co-curricular activities of our children? And then in turn, what's happening? Our children are losing out their inborn talents. And because of this, many children are getting into a cocoon of their own. They are not able to channelize their energy into proper directions. And hence many parents are facing a lot of issues regarding child behavior. They feel sad that we are trying to give everything to our children, but then a child is not growing the way it has to grow. Obviously, my dear parents, how could they, when they are locked up in a house, how could they, when they're not allowed to channelize their energy? Children are full of life and full of energy. And if this energy is not utilized, what happens? It's like, you keep milk for boiling and then close it with a tight lid. What's going to happen? The same thing is happening to our children these days. Let me tell you a small story. Few parents thought, why not buy some seeds and help a child grow a plant? Maybe while a child sees the plant growing, it may develop certain skills. And so they handed over a few seeds to the child. Few parents took the child near the window and told them, shh, let's not go out. It's COVID time. So what are we going to do? We're just going to take the seeds and throw it out of the window. And it's going to fall into the soil and we'll watch it grow. The child happily, with its tiny hands, took the seeds and threw it out of the window into the pavement. The seeds fell into the pavement. And before it could grow, what happened? The birds from the sky and the rats from the lane ate it up all. It seemed like how we as parents at times tell our children, watch TV, look at that child, how good he sings. Look at that child, how good he dances. You also have got that skill in you. Come on, look at the TV and you also should be like that child. I want to see one day you growing like that child. And that child happily, yes, I can be a good cricketer, and he sits and watches cricket all the time. Or I can be a good dancer. The child sits there and watches beautiful dance. But then the child just keeps watching and watching and only watching and doing nothing about it. With this approach of ours, will our child excel? No, my dear parents, only the children who are there in the TV right now, only they are excelling. Our child will keep just sitting in front of TV and applauding for others. Likewise, few other parents, they gave a few seeds to their child and told the child to sow it. The child didn't know how to do it. And so randomly, the child just threw it, and the seeds fell on the rocky ground. It sprouted a little, but then when the hot sun fell onto the plants were burnt. Just like few parents who encourage their child to take up certain skills. They encourage their child to join some classes, but then leave it at that. They actually do not understand that it's not just the sun, just the water or the sun that is required for a plant to grow. Likewise, for a child to hone up the skills, there are many things which are required. And most of all, does that child want to hone up that particular skill? Or is it just the parent? Just the parent feels that my child is good at dancing, so my child is going to join a dancing class. And then the sun falls. That means the child doesn't have that much of interest or energy to perform, and the child loses its interest. Yes, my child is going to play cricket. The child joins cricket class, but then over a period of time, the child's all attention is towards the other children who are playing basketball or football, or maybe a dancing camp going on nearby. Do you think that child is going to perform well? And then there are other few parents. These parents gave seeds to their children, and the children, not knowing what to do exactly with those seeds, just threw the seeds. And those seeds fell into the thorny bushes. Yes, because of the moist, the seed did crack up and a little seedling came out of it. But then, while that seedling was just sprouting out, it was pricked by the thorns around it. Just like how we as parents, we want our children to do something, we encourage them. But then afterwards, log kya kahenge? What will the society say? We applaud for the girls winning medals in Olympic. But then how much we as parents allow our children, our girls, our daughters to be into sports. We love to watch YouTube channel of Sanjeev Kapoor cooking. We copy his skills. But how much do we as parents allow our son to enter the kitchen except for eating and drinking water? There we become gender bias. Log kya kahenge? Those are the thorns. We don't provide the appropriate environment for what our child requires. A child requires encouragement from everybody around it. And if you're not going to give that, the child is going to die with a feeling that I wanted to be something, but then no, my parents made me what I am today. And then there are other few parents who, no matter, I know it's COVID time, our child can't go out and do a little gardening. So what shall we do? Those parents bought a pot in the house. Along with their child, they sowed the seeds. They gave proper manure to the seeds. The seeds started cracking. The little seedling came out. The sapling was out. The parents taught the child that sunlight is equally important. And at a certain point of the day, this pot has to be taken out and put in the window so that the plant gets enough sunlight. The child learned that. The plant got enough sunlight, enough air. Proper manure was given, proper amount of water was given to the plant. And this plant grew up into a tree. And at right time, the parent and the child went out and sowed this in the ground. This tree gave flowers and fruits, not just to that child alone, but to its neighbors as well. That's precisely what we as parents and educators need to do for our children. We need to create an environment for a child, give appropriate sunlight, manure, appropriate water, not too much, not too less. And how is this going to happen? Only and only when your child is going to be exposed to different talents, not just one. Don't force your dreams on your child. Let your child dream himself. Let your child find out what he or she is inclined to. And how will the child know? If I have never tasted a mango, can I just say that papaya is the best fruit in the world? No, it could be mango, it could be strawberry, provided I had that. If I have a mango and I have a strawberry, then I can say, yes, a papaya is better than mango. Likewise, your child also needs to be exposed to different areas of talent. Once it has tasted a little bit of everything, then your child can say, this is what I want. I want to have a papaya, or I want to have a mango, or maybe I want to have a fruit salad. That means I want to do everything a little bit and enjoy life. And that's how we need to bring up our children. And only then these children are going to give the right fruit. They are our future generation. Let's help them to grow in a proper fashion. Let's help our child. Let's help our little ones grow with their passion. With this, I end this story. Hope all parents are going to be the best gardener for your child. Take care and happy learning always.